Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. Today just want to carry on what I was talking about in the previous video that I made like 2-3 months ago. And I would just like to show you guys how the testosterone levels decreased over time, because what we are experiencing right now is like a global scale problem, a global scale catastrophe of what we've been experiencing in the last 70 years, since probably the end of the last World War, and how men over time have become weaker, more docile, more obedient, way easier to control than they were actually just 30-40 years ago. How technology, how the food we eat, how porn, how lust, how all these evil things have um, have destroyed our masculinity. And if you see this graph that I have here in front of you, of course I've created it through ChatGPT, because online on Google you cannot find anything. ChatGPT nowadays has more information. You can ask more information, like you can find more information there than fucking Google or any other. Like, of course, don't go to the news agencies like BBC or The Guardian or Fox News. That's all like biased shit. It's all like left wing. And never listen to news in the from left wing media, or even the right wing. Like, even the right wing is a little bit better, but it's not that better. So just do your own independent research all the time. So you can see here in the 50s, the average total testosterone level um was 700 around 720 nanograms per deciliter. And just in 2020, like just in 70 years time, this declined almost 200. I actually think that this graph is a little bit actually too optimistic. 550, probably this is the average in the United States, because the average here in the UK is actually less. It's actually only 450. Well, I will have to research more on that. But 450, 550, that's still rubbish. That's still rubbish. Like, I got tested 2 years ago, and my testosterone levels are way above 1000 nanograms per deciliter. They are almost 1300. Of course, like, to achieve that level, I was on a no-fap streak, which helps, by the way. There is a study that says um, after 7 days it goes back to baseline. Yeah, that might be true, but at the same time, the dopamine that you get from being, and the energy that you get, can indirectly uh, increase, and the drive as well can indirectly increase your testosterone levels. So if we take a read here, okay, that's another graph, and the causes: the obesity, endocrine disrupting. Guys, everything nowadays, the food that we eat, the water that we like, never drink from the tap. Never. Especially if you are in the West, because it's plenty of contraceptives. Of course, it's not mentioned, but it's plenty of contraceptives. Actually, there is a study done by hold on. Of course, extremely low levels and blah 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 Of course, of course. Well, if it was so extremely low, why Britain is spending 30 billion pounds to purify the water system? If it's so low and insignificant. You see the contradiction? You see how you need to always do your independent study. Always. Of course, I'm not gonna read all of that now because I don't have time. But guys, do your own study. Because testosterone is really important for us. Testosterone is what makes you a man. Of course, is the primary male hormone, and without it, you can't do that well. You can't do that well at all. Because testosterone is what gives you the drive. What gives you, it's a sexual hormone, and of course, I'm not saying use it for sexual purposes only, but that's what gives you the drive. That's what it that's what it gives you the motivation and also the discipline to carry on. And I am in my 9 to 5, and I see most of my colleagues, they're happy with their slave jobs, and they're happy into being slaves. They are happy into taking orders and being told what to do. Okay, that's fine. I'm not like that. And that's because this is because I have a high testosterone level, guys. Of course, in the next video, I'm gonna talk about how to increase it, how to increase the testosterone level, like how to optimize increase of testosterone. But basically, what I can tell you now, of course, is see, 17 decline in about 17 years. So every year, the average man loses 1% of his testosterone. No, I'm not saying this based on the age. Yeah, of course, age decreases testosterone. I'm saying the average man, like of the same year, like a 20-year-old guy that has a testosterone level of 500 in 2020, another 24, the average 24-year-old guy in 2021 has 1% that, and so on. So like 495 instead of 500. So the averages always go down 1% every year. I wonder what's going to happen in 2050, 2060. What's going on? This is a war. There is something going on. Of course, I'm not gonna now go into conspiracy theories, which are not even conspiracy theories. These are the truth. This is the truth. I will talk about this later. But please, guys, please, if you can put a like and subscribe, because otherwise it's like talking to myself. Like I can keep doing these videos, but only if you subscribe. Like I got 1 subscriber, which I'm really grateful of in the past 2 months, because also it was my fault. I haven't been uploading because of how busy I am, but please, guys, subscribe, like the video, share if you can, and basically let's win together. Let's win together. I will love to share way more information than this, but I will need an audience. Otherwise, I cannot do it. Thank you, guys, and see you on the next one.